Good morning, campers. We got a little chore tonight. I said a while back I wanted to head. Oh, my little horsey lost his tail. Bet my money on a bobtail nag. Doo-dah, doo-dah. I don't know why that struck me so funny. Anyway, so I...
Decamped Town Ladies.
And then I just threw in a couple, I like Clyde Mays. I like Michter's, I've discovered just recently. The Bardstown. These are all similar proof points. Buffalo Trace is a 90 proofer, I'm all but certain. Yes, it is. Four Roses Small Batch, which we like small batch. It's a 90 proofer. This Bardstown Origin Series is actually 96 proof. It's got a little proof on it. 92 on the Clyde Mays. I will always have Clyde Mays around. I like it. I was on the fence with this one. I think it was good. It just I don't know. It was maybe wasn't what I thought it was going to be. 91 proof. The Bardstown Shingle Barrel. I'm pretty sure this is like 92, 93 proof because it's 46 and 1/2. So it's 93 proof. Very close in proof. And the Michter's is 91.4. So our proof points are pretty close. What we have to do in the meantime is give ourselves a little real estate. So I have prepared myself a blind, what I think is a pretty tasty one for, 90-ish proof. I should have put the Weller Special Reserve in. I should have, but I didn't. So, I'm the bad guy. You got to blame somebody. Why not me? Why Nona Judd? So, no time like the present, right? Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't open our palette. What little lovely do we want to start out our evening with? Oh, so I need to find something around that 90-ish proof mark that maybe is a bit familiar, but not too familiar. It's definitely not the Holiday. Ah, let's have a little bit of the Kings County. We haven't opened that one in a while, and I like this one. I do. We'll use a tiny clean. Ooh, hefty. Hefty. Oh, thought I lost them. Kings County, oldest whiskey distillery in New York City. They're out of Brooklyn. 80% corn, 20% UK malt. Aged 3 years or more. 90 proof. I'm not really into high malt, but I have an appreciation for this bottle. I do. And maybe I am into high malt. Who knew? I think it smells pretty damn good. It smells a lot proofier than a 90 proof bottle, but it doesn't drink that way to me. I get a little, I actually get a little spice. I can't really put my finger on it. It's because I don't drink a lot of high malt, but I do get a little tiny bit of grain, maybe just a bit of cinnamon. Dark fruit on the palate, and it goes a little sour, but like almost not sour apple, but close. And the finish for a 90 proof bottle stays around for a bit. It doesn't have a super duper mouthfeel, surprise, surprise, but it's a solid pour for a 90 proofer. Yeah, maybe even a tiny little tobacco note, but I like this stuff. It's different. On the front, I almost get like a little bit of a rhubarb thing right at the beginning, and then it slides into spice ish. That's a good wake me up pour right there. That's a good one to wake up the old palate with. Um, there are other 90-ish proofers that I probably should have thrown in this blind, namely Green River, which is a solid pour and might have held up pretty good to the old horse whisperer. But maybe that's a blind for another time. Right now, this fella I think's got his work cut out because I mean I do love me some Four Roses, and I'm a Bardstown fan, and this guy here ain't no slouch. So, and they're all reasonably close in price. I mean, I think you go to the distillery. This is what, $59 at the distillery. This is a 40 some dollar bottle, 40 some dollar, 30 ish, 30 ish, 30 ish, around 50, just under 50. So they're similar in price, not right at it, but they're close in price. I mean, within $30, I'd say everything is. Which, I mean, if you got a good bottle for $30, buy it. Don't let me stop you. So we're going to dive into our first one here. I'm not going to take any notes this time because really it's just a brawl for it all. And it's 7 pours. Seems like we can do 7 pours and still be good to dance. This little guy, caramel vanilla, caramel vanilla. Caramel vanilla, a little. We're not going to do this to everyone, but there. Yeah, that's actually I'm still picking up a lot of ethanol on that one, but let's see what it should taste. There's not a super duper amount of flavor, but the mouth feels not bad for a 90-ish proof or whatever this is. It's caramely, and it's a little spicy towards the end. I mean, it's a decent pour. It's very tame. I would call it safe, whatever this is, if there's such a thing as safe bourbon. It feels like a very nice beginner pour, like if you're starting your journey, because it doesn't give you that. It's more of a hi, how are you doing? I'm Bourbon. Welcome to the fucking show. We're gonna leave a little bit in the bottom of that one. Got nice legs for. I mean, that's a pretty solid pour. I should be able to put a name to that. I cannot though. I guess I don't have the palate memory that I thought I did. Hole in my lip. I can certainly find a dickle though. Shush. Okay, this is a completely different animal. It's got cherries. It's a cherry bomb. And that's really all I'm getting on the nose is just cherry, 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 dark fruit. That's something. Let's see what this bad boy is. Okay. Cherry bomb turns into a little leathery towards the end, which is interesting. For as sweet as it starts out, it goes dry towards the end. Not a lot of mouthfeel, which we're not expecting Robitussin in any of these. Although that guy, as I recall, had and yeah, there's a couple that had a decent mouthfeel for the proof point. Little spice in there too. Little grab you, little bite. I don't have any idea what this is, but I do like it. It's probably the fucking Blantons. I'm gonna look like a goddamn idiot. I just don't recall being impressed with the Blantons. That is very nice. We're going to put it in first place. The cherry thing gets me. That's what grabs me is the cherry thing. And then it's a little complicated because it goes a little dry and leathery, and it still has a little bite to it, little spicy bite. Oh God, I hope that's not the Blantons because I'm gonna look like such a dumbass. But that's actually really tasty. That's really tasty. Lichen pour number 2. Numeral 3. See, we're back to more of a classic bourbon nose. Caramel, vanilla, little bite to it, little ethanol-y. Yeah, just very. I don't want to say run of the mill bourbon, but it's just a classic bourbon nose. But the palate is not. Vanilla. A little, I mean, it's viscous-ish. It's thickish. Finish doesn't hang. It's almost got a port thing at the end, and none of these that I recall are a port finish. That's pretty fucking tasty. But I can't put a name to any of these. I was hoping I was going to be able to at least pick out the Buffalo Trace, maybe the Clyde Mays, for certain the Four Roses, but I haven't come across them yet that I want to say, yep, that's exactly what that is. This is a nice pour. It's vanilla. And then I get a little dryness, little spice, I'm not sure how to describe it. Just that thing that a port or a Cabernet finish does to your tongue on the end, where it's not. You don't want to call it dry, but it's dry. No, that's tied for numero uno. Maybe just a cut above. Maybe just a cut above. I love the cherry on that, but that's just a quality bourbon. This is going to be hard because none of these are bad. I mean, I don't understand. This is not a bad pour. Don't get me wrong. It's just, I don't understand why everybody's so through the goddamn moon about these, other than it's a cool bottle, when this is fucking good. This is real fucking good. This is amazing. I like shit out of Clyde Mays. I just don't understand why none of these quite have the height this does, because I don't feel that I'm trying to prove that it's not that much fucking better. And I may fall flat on my face. I may pick the Blantons to be number one and just look like an asshole. It wouldn't be the first time I looked like an asshole. Ask my ex-wife. This has a little bit of a nutty thing. And not like Nina Hartley, more of a Jim Beam note. And there's no beam up here. But there's a lot of, it smells proofier than it possibly can be. Little dark fruit. Let's see what she tastes like. Sweet, and then dies. It's a good pour, but it's not like these two where I'm just like, holy shit, what is that? I want more. It's something. It's a safe porch sipper, whatever this is. It's, again, like this guy. If I was beginning because there is a little bit of complexity there, because it doesn't stay sweet. It doesn't turn exactly bitter, but it gets close, which is interesting. And it doesn't drop off a cliff. It slowly glides down the hill. This isn't bad. by the third sip, I'm going to call this second place. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah. Tied for first, second, third. That's where we're at. That's where we're at. This is nice. Vanilla and caramel notes for sure. Very, very sweet. A tiny bit of pepper. Very nice nose. Very nice. Again, very similar. Caramel, vanilla. Then it turns into something a little leathery almost. And then and the finish glides down. It doesn't just go it stays there for a bit. Hang on. Yeah. I do like this. No. This is second place. Cuz that does turn just a tiny bit bitter towards the end. Not bitter oak either. Bitter, just kind of bitter. So tied for first, second, third, last place. This is hard because these are all very good. Even last place is a very good pour. Let's see what these two do to it. This is dark. Oh. I don't know what the fuck that is, but I want it in me. Very nice mouthfeel. Let's just get that out of the way. Caramel. A little sugary, like a brown sugar. And then it dries out. And gets just a tiny bit of char. Just a tiny bit of bitter oak. And I say bitter oak this time, not just bitter. That's a ooh. Okay. This is now second place. This is third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Right? I think so. Man, this is hard because these are also good. I like this better than the cherry note I got on this one, which is why I like this one. No, I didn't. No, you know what? Yeah, I did. God damn. Tied for second. Tied for fucking second. That's what we're going to say. First, second. I don't know. That might be first. God damn it. This is a tough one. Tied for first. Right now, let's say tied for first. We'll work it out. We'll work it out in a bit. This might beat them all. We don't know. We don't know. Or most of this might go in George. We put a lot of things in George. I didn't even nose it. Okay, front. A little vegetative, which is not a bad thing. Dark fruit. Like the nose is classic. Straight bourbon. What you're looking for. The palate. Dark fruit on the front. A little twangy bitter towards the mid. The finish. The finish is as thick as this feels. The finish doesn't hang out as much as the other top three. But this is also a very good pour. But I'm going to say it's fourth place. Well, one of these is going to be second. We're about to find out which one. God, this is a tough one. Yeah, I'm picking up more oak on that now. That's very nice. Okay. Yeah. Just to make sure. All right. I changed my mind. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Final fucking answer. All right? And every one of these is good enough to go inside George. Every damn one. Clyde Mays, seventh place. It was good. We thoroughly enjoyed it, but it is seventh place. Sixth place. Okay. That's my Four Roses. Still a great pour. Still an excellent pour. Fifth place. All right. I'm not an idiot. Blantons, Midway. Now it gets fucking interesting. Now it gets fucking interesting. Blade and Bow, fourth place. So the Blade and Bow on the blind beat out the Blantons. Ta-da! Third place. Oh, that's a surprise. The Bardstown. Okay, that's entry-level Bardstown. It's not our favorite Bardstown by any stretch. I get that. Now the two that I got the cherry and I got the fucking. Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! I don't believe this. Second place. Look at that. Buffalo Trace. Now, everybody in the comments is going, you got cherries off Buffalo Trace? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. We're going to, just to make sure I'm not nuts, I did. I got cherries and dark fruit. I'm still picking up on the nose. Exceptional pour. Which is good old-fashioned Buffalo Trace. And, no, yeah, Michter's for the win. Okay. So I'm not full of shit. I'm not a huge Blantons fan, but apparently some of my faves, I like Blantons just a tiny bit more than. Although this is not the Four Roses I reach for. The Four Roses I reach for that's in Blanton's price range is this guy. And to me, maybe not to you, but to me, this buries Blanton's. This was close. This 104 proof, and it's just an amazing bottle. Clyde Mays, what can I say? I like Clyde Mays, but apparently I do like Blanton's a little better. At least I did today. But Blade and Bow pulling out over the Blantons. See, I wasn't full of shit. This is just propaganda. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody put it in a movie. Somebody said it was cool. They put a little jockey on there. Mine lost its tail at some point, which actually bet my money on the bobtail nag. Somebody bet on the bay. If you have if you've never watched Blazing Saddles do it before they ban it, it's awesome. Yeah, I'm getting now I am getting a tiny bit of vanilla and caramel to boot, but I'm getting a little dark fruit cherry on the Buffalo Trace tonight, which is interesting because I don't recall getting that before. I've done blinds between Clyde, Buffalo Trace, 90 proofers, that underrated 90 proofers, and I don't recall getting that, but yeah. And I did say in a video just recently that I prefer Buffalo Trace over Blanton's, and here we are. Here we are. I believe Blanton's is just overrated hype because of a pretty bottle that was in a movie. I'm sure, like I got a Blanton's Gold, which I'm sure is absolutely fucking delicious. It goddamn well better be for what I gave for it. Picked it up in Kentucky. But at the same time, I'm betting I wished I'd have just got myself a Weller Full Proof instead, or another bottle of this. Because the Antique 107 is excellent. Haven't opened the 12 yet. We should try the 12. We should try the 12. Anywho, if you haven't already, please tongue punch that like button in the fart box and subscribe. Man, it really helped me out. Could you help a brother out? Like and subscribe. It'd be badass. It'd be a lot cooler if you did. Coming up soon, Um, apparently, there is a lottery in Des Moines that my friend Luke Budnick turned me on to. Turned me on to even more than his mom's. It sounds like March 1st, which I think is a Friday. No, wait, we're going up there the Friday before. We're gonna go to Rube's Steakhouse. We're gonna have a few pours, maybe some cigars. Might bring some of my favorite bottles. He's a big Whistle Pig fan. I'm hoping to sneak a few pours of Whistle Pig out of my buddy. And if you've never been to Rube's in the Des Moines area, actually, I don't think that's Des Moines. It's like southern Des Moines. It's like just south of there. You cook your own steak, which I know sounds like bullshit until you do it. And then you're standing there with a drink in your hand. And yeah, no, this is awesome. It's actually amazing. Just it's like my favorite place in the world to eat, and I live a little over 3 hours from there, which is unfortunate. But we're gonna go up there. We're gonna go to that lottery. And we're gonna do some hunting. Haven't done a hunting video in a minute, and I apologize to those of you that like my hunting videos. To those of you that don't like my hunting videos, you can suck it. But for those of you that do, I'm going to do another one. And I'm going to do Des Moines. We did Omaha recently. It's in the books. It was okay. Des Moines sounds like a little bit better of a happy hunting ground. And anytime I get to hang out with Luke and Kate, it's a good time. So this is happening. Definitely. Maybe we'll pick up some good bottles. Maybe we'll get something in that lottery. Who knows? Who knows? But anyway, thanks for playing.